Alright, hi everyone, my name is Daniel Cole and I'll be starting our business analytics presentation. So I'll be working on the 3.1 which wants me to study and visualize the overall sales quota trend for all categories from the year 2002 to 2017. So these are the three questions that we've proposed, and yeah, I'll be working on the 3.1 questions. So let's look at the first question. The first question asks, what is the overall sales quota trend for all categories from year 2002 to year 2017? So from the graph that I've provided, from the screenshot I've provided, you can tell that from the year 2002 to the year 2017, there has been an irregular rising and falling in the sales quota. So just a quick brief through from 2002 to 2005, that's where the series quota first starts to rise, and then from 2006 to all the way to 2013, that's where the series quota then drop all the way, and then that's where the series quota hits its lowest. And as for 2014, that's where COE quota start to rise again, and it's very evident that the is a very rapid and significant increase because of the steep line which is shown in the graph from here 2014 to 2016. And then there is also in 2016 to 2017 there's another drop from 105,103 to 56,187. And then moving on to the second question, which asks, with a decrease of overall CAA quota trend for all categories from year 2016 to 2017, will there be an increase in COE premium? And so my answer to this question will be yes, there will be an increase in COE premium, as it is inversely proportionate to COE quota. Meaning to say that if there's a drop in COE quota, then there will be an increase in COE premium, vice versa. So it's very evident that the relationship is very inversely proportionate, because you can tell from the graph that when the bar increase, the line graph decreases. So as you can see over here, the bar increases and then the line drops. So it really reiterates my point on how the COE premium and the COE quota has an inversely proportionate relationship with one another. And then just moving on to the third question, which asks, with a decrease of overall COE quota trend for all categories from year 2016 to 2017, will it affect the number of bid success and bid received? So my answer to this question is that yes, the decrease of the overall COE quota will affect the number of bid success and bids received, as it has a direct proportional relationship with one another, which is evident from the graph that I've provided here. So as you can tell, when the COE quota increases, so does the bids received and bid success. Yeah. And now I'll be passing my time to Cavan.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about COE premium for the different categories. So the first question would be, which vehicle category was the COE premium the highest and lowest? Then followed by, it is noticed that category D vehicles had the lowest COE premium throughout the years. Why is this so? And lastly, what could be a reason for the drop in COE premium from 2013 onwards? So let's take a look at the answers for the questions that we had. So for the first question, the answer is overall category E has the highest COE premium and category D has the lowest COE premium. In the year 2012, the COE premium reached its peak, valuing at $2,064,022 in category E, while the COE premium hits its lowest at $44,052 in category D. Okay, so for question 2, category D vehicles are motorcycles, and its market price compared to motor vehicles are very different. A motorcycle prices range from $25,000 to $50,000 before COE, whereas a motorcar price ranges from $100,000 to $200,000 before COE. Therefore, category D vehicle consistently have the lowest COE premium throughout the years. Lastly, a reason could be because in that year, the government might have imposed new taxes for cars in effort to crimp the growth of the vehicle population. When taxes are imposed, some of the population would decide not to get a vehicle as they cannot afford it or felt that it was too expensive. Therefore, when there are lesser people who are getting vehicles, there will be lesser people bidding for the COE. When there is less biddings, the following month of the COE premium will drop due to the lesser demands. I'm going to be passing my time on to Jane.
For 3.3, which is to group all transactions month into quarter and combine it with other dimensions in analysis. So for the first question, which is what is the trend between bids received and successful bids throughout the quarters? So as you can see from the graph, the bar actually represents the amount of bids received and the line actually represents the amount of bids that were successful. So as you can see, when the amount of bids received throughout the quarters decreases, the amount of bid success also decreases along with it, and when it increases, the bid success also will increase along with it. Although the bid success rate will remain roughly the same, but the amount will vary according to the amount of bid received and amount of bid success. For the second question, which is which quarter was bids received the highest and the lowest? So the highest quarter with the amount of bids received would be the first quarter, which is from January to March. It has over 200,000 bids, and while the lowest quarter would be the third quarter, which is July to September, with over 165,000 bids received. So for the third question, which is which quarter should one bid for COE to renew his or her vehicle? So as you can see, even though the third quarter actually has potentially the least amount of bids received and the least amount of bids that were successful, it actually has the highest percentage of bid success compared to the other three quarters, and it actually has a success rate of 75%, while the other quarters have around 69% to the closest would be 74%, but the third quarter has 75%. So this is calculated by having the bid success divided by the bids received times 100, which would get the percentage of the success rate. So as you can see, so even though the third quarter has the least bids altogether, it has the highest success rate. That's why someone should bid for the COE in the third quarter. Yeah, so now I'll pass on my time to Sean, who will be talking to you about 3.4.
Okay, so for 3.4, I'll be analyzing the PQP, which is the prevailing premium quota. So the first question would be, should existing car owners renew their COE or deregister their vehicle in the upcoming 2018? And the second question would be, when is the best time to renew the PQP? The third question would be, which category, A or B, has a higher average PQP throughout the months? So as you can see from the graph, it is often a better option to renew the COE than to deregister your car and bid for a new COE from April 2009 to January 2013. However, if you are looking at the best time to renew your PQP, it will be from the graph, it will be April 2009, where the PQP valued at 3,512, whereas the premium valued at 7,418. And for the second question, from the graph, we can see that in 2017, the PQP is higher than the normal premium, and it is likely that the premium will go down according to the trend. So it will be better for existing car owners to deregister their vehicle and get a new COE in the first quarter of 2018. And for the last question, would be for category A, it has a lower average of 36,842 compared to category B, which has 41,533. Okay, so now we'll be going through the 3.5, which is explore the given COE data and find any interesting trends, relationships, etc. So what is the relationship between COE quota and premium throughout the years? And is there a link to bid success? And the second question will be, why is there such a trend between the COE quota and the premium? So from the first graph, we can see that when the quota is low, the premium is usually high, and when the quota is high, the premium is low. And this creates a inversely proportionate relationship. Furthermore, when the premium is high, the bid success is low in the second graph. And this relationship exists because, and for the second question, this relationship exists because when the quota is low, the competition for COEs is high, and the existing car owners have to bid high so as to get the COE. And when the quota is high, the competition for COEs is low, and the car owners do not have to bid so high to get the COE. So what we have proposed for 3.5 is that um, what we recommend is for existing car owners to bid when the quota is high, because when the quota is high, the premium is low, and this might increase the chances of bid success for the COEs for car owners. And now I'll be passing the time on to Benny, who'll be talking to you more about 3.6.
Okay, so now I'll be going through task 3.6. So basically, we have come up with two business questions relating to Singapore's unemployment rate and income level. So the first question will be, what is the trend between unemployment rate and income level in Singapore? And the second question is, how does income level in Singapore affect affordability of COEs through the years? So going to the answers and proposal is that by analyzing the graph obtained from SingStats, we have noticed that the graph of household income has been increasing throughout the years, and also that the unemployment rate has been decreasing throughout the years, moving on from towards 2017. So through this analysis, we have found that throughout the years, the average unemployment rate has been decreasing. Hence, this causes the average household income in Singapore to increase. So this would mean that more people will be able to afford for vehicles, as the trend shows that when there is the decrease in unemployment, the average household income will increase. Therefore, our proposed solution for task 3.6 that is suggested renewing of COE is a better alternative than to register with such increasing household income throughout the years and a decreasing of unemployment rate. So with that, we have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you.